and whatever has happened. And as I said, that it's a tough sport played by tough men, and these things happen. I don't think so we need to make a lot of big issue about it. It is not that only these incidents happen in this series, it has happened in the past as well. A lot of Australian players have done that. A lot of Australian players in the past have done that as well. So I think we just keep making big issues about these things. I think it's good for Test cricket as well. And there was enough for the bowlers as well. There was enough for the batters as well. But that is what's going to keep Test cricket alive. And this was not the typical Sydney wicket, what we normally are used to or we've seen in the past as well. But then this is how Test cricket needs to be played, result-oriented wickets. I know we talk a lot about when we go back home about turning wickets, but this was as spicy as probably what we get back home on a turning wicket as well. So I feel that I think this is the interesting part in Test cricket.
Yeah, Ashish.
Gautam, could you just sort of talk to us about what you thought about Bumrah's performances in the series?
No, absolutely outstanding. I think I can't say more than that. I think he's led the attack really well. He's bowled a lot of overs, and whenever he's come on to bowl, he's done a fabulous job. He's taken wickets. He's done everything possible he could from his side, but then he's been helped a lot from the other end as well. He's been helped by Mohammad Siraj. He's been helped by some of the young boys as well, like Harshit Rana in the first 2 Test matches, then Akashdeep. Ultimately, yes, you will always see the wickets and runs, but yeah, there has been a lot of other contributions as well. But from Jasprit Bumrah's point of view, he had a phenomenal series.
Just going back to what happened in the last over of day one, the Australian coach last night said he felt that the Indian players were intimidating Sam Constas when that wicket of Usman Khawaja fell. I was just wondering how you saw that incident and what you made of it.
Look, it's a tough sport played by tough men. You can't be that soft. As simple as it can get. I don't think so there was anything intimidating about it. I think that's just, he had no right to be talking to Jasprit Bumrah when Usman Khawaja was taking time. He had no right and no business to be involved with Jasprit Bumrah. That was the job of the umpire, probably the guy who was batting at the end.
Caution.
6 scores in less than 200 in this series. Is that because a lot of them are playing in Australia for the first time? Is it to do with the pitches, or is it also to do with techniques and attitude?
Not a lot of people who are playing for the first time in Australia. There are quite a lot of other, probably 2 of them in the top 8, Nitesh and Yashasvi. All the other guys have had the experience of Australia, so I'm not going to say that it is only because some of the young guys, but I think there are a lot of experienced players as well. A bit could be because of the wickets. But again, it's not only the case in Australia. We've had the same issues at home as well. So I think everything boils down to the temperament. Everything boils down to that how much you want to sometimes play those tough moments, how much you want to grind in Test cricket, because Test cricket is all about playing the session, sometimes see off the spell as well, and that is why it's the beauty of sport. So I feel that that is one issue where we need to probably look after, that how can we convert those 20, 30s or 40s into big hundreds, not only hundreds but big hundreds, and set the game for our bowlers, because your bowling department will always be under pressure if you can't put those first inning runs on the board. So that is something which we need to look into.
Can like the kind of chock-a-block schedule that we have in England, limited overs series, and then the Champions Trophy, the Ranji Trophy second phase is starting. As a coach, would you like some of the senior players to at least play one round? January 23rd, it starts again. One round if they can. If possibly they can, or it would be too much on the workload. How do as a coach see it?
I would always like everyone to play domestic cricket. That is how much importance domestic cricket needs to be given. Not only one game. If they're available and they have the commitment to play red ball cricket, everyone should play domestic cricket. As simple as it can get. If you don't give importance to domestic cricket, you will never get the desired players what you want in Test cricket.
Gautam, just about Bumrah, do we know the extent of injury he has, or is it just a precaution?
Not at the moment, honestly, because obviously the medical team is working on him. So we'll give you the right update at the right time.